Communist propaganda is genuinely bizarre, and you won't believe what we've cooked up for you today. Here are 50 insane propaganda stories from communist regimes around the world, and they actually happened. Fact number 1. Kim Jong Il had a supernatural birth. North Korean propaganda claimed Kim Jong Il was born atop Mount Paektu, causing winter to instantly turn into spring and a double rainbow to appear, symbolizing his divine birth. Fact number 2. Stalin's airbrushed reality. Joseph Stalin routinely erased political enemies from official photos, decades before Photoshop existed, literally removing rivals from history itself. Fact number 3. Mao's miraculous mangoes. During China's Cultural Revolution, Chairman Mao gifted mangoes to factory workers who revered them as sacred objects, preserved, worshipped, and even replicated in wax as holy relics. Fact number 4. Ceausescu's fake crowds. Romanian dictator Nicolae Ceausescu ordered cardboard cutouts of cheering crowds to fill stadiums and squares to boost the appearance of his public popularity. Fact number 5. Kim Jong Un officially never poops. North Korean state propaganda insists Kim Jong Un is so perfect that he never needs to use the bathroom, making him more than human. Fact number 6. The Soviet Stakhanovite myth. The USSR promoted the story of Alexei Stakhanov, who supposedly mined 14 times his coal quota in one shift. While exaggerated, it sparked an entire movement pushing workers beyond realistic limits. Fact number 7. Albania's state-enforced haircuts. Communist Albania banned all hairstyles except those explicitly state-approved, linking Western-style haircuts directly to ideological corruption. Fact number 8. The East German Sandman. Communist East Germany produced their own version of the Sandman character, Sandmännchen, to counter Western TV programming, teaching socialist values to children through bedtime stories. Fact number 9. Vietnam's propaganda speakers. During and after the Vietnam War, loudspeakers broadcast propaganda and government messages daily across towns and villages, sometimes starting as early as 5 a.m. Fact number 10. Lenin's embalmed body as eternal propaganda. Lenin's preserved body has remained on display in Moscow since his death in 1924. Maintained by special embalmers to symbolize communist ideals lasting forever. Fact number 11. Mao's Little Red Book mania. Chairman Mao's Little Red Book of Quotes became one of history's most printed books, mandatory reading for all Chinese citizens, who often competed to memorize it entirely. Fact number 12. Stalin's photo op farmers. Under Stalin, Soviet propaganda used carefully staged model farms, creating the illusion of agricultural abundance despite widespread starvation and famine. Fact number 13. North Korea's fake grocery stores. North Korea maintains fully stocked, brightly lit supermarkets purely for propaganda purposes. No ordinary citizen can actually buy anything there. Fact number 14. The Cuban literacy propaganda. After Fidel Castro's revolution, Cuba's literacy campaigns weren't only educational. They doubled as intense ideological indoctrination sessions, teaching socialism alongside reading. Fact number 15. Ceausescu's Palace of Propaganda. Romania's Palace of the Parliament, built under Ceausescu, remains the world's heaviest administrative building, a physical manifestation of the leader's exaggerated power and self-image. Fact number 16. Vietnam's hero rats. Vietnamese propaganda during wartime praised rats as heroic revolutionary creatures, helping soldiers survive by signaling imminent bombing raids. Fact number 17. Soviet censorship of Western maps. Soviet authorities deliberately distorted official maps to mislead potential spies, removing entire towns or roads and fabricating entire geographical features. Fact number 18. The Berlin Wall's anti-fascist justification. East Germany officially called the Berlin Wall an anti-fascist protection barrier, using propaganda to claim they were protecting citizens from capitalist corruption rather than imprisoning them. Fact number 19. Cambodia's Khmer Rouge attempted to restart history itself, calling it Year Zero, banning all forms of previous culture, and promoting a brutal vision of utopian communism. Fact number 20. North Korea officially claimed a discovery of a unicorn lair near Pyongyang, supposedly proving that their ancient kings rode unicorns, reinforcing the divine legitimacy of the Kim dynasty. Fact number 21. Kim Jong Il's perfect golf game. North Korean propaganda once claimed Kim Jong Il shot 11 hole-in-ones during his very first golf match, a miraculous sporting feat that allegedly stunned observers. Fact number 22. Stalin's giant statues. Stalin ordered massive statues of himself built across the USSR, some reaching dozens of feet tall, portraying him as almost godlike, despite officially discouraging personality cults. Fact number 23. East Germany's miracle car. East Germany promoted the Trabant car as an automotive miracle of socialist engineering, even though it was notoriously unreliable, smoky, and outdated. Fact number 24. Mao's swimmer myth. Propaganda widely depicted Mao Zedong as an excellent swimmer, claiming he effortlessly swam miles across the Yangtze River, even in his elderly years. Fact number 25. North Korea's mandatory Kim portraits. In North Korea, every home, office, and classroom is required to display portraits of the Kim family. Failure to do so can result in severe punishment. Fact number 26. The Soviet New Soviet Person. The USSR propagated the ideal of the new Soviet person, a model citizen who would selflessly work, reject individuality, and put society above personal happiness. Fact number 27. Albania's forbidden beards. Under communist dictator Enver Hoxha, Albania strictly prohibited beards, labeling them as Western decadence, and imprisoning or forcibly shaving offenders. Fact number 28. Chinese Lei Feng myth. China created Lei Feng, a fictional selfless soldier who became a propaganda hero, used to teach millions about socialist morality and collective sacrifice. Fact number 29. Cuban ration cards as symbols of equality. Cuba's strict rationing system was promoted as a great achievement of socialist equality, though in reality it left citizens chronically hungry and dependent. Fact number 30. North Korea's eternal president. Kim Il-sung, despite being dead since 1994, is officially North Korea's eternal president, making North Korea technically ruled by a deceased leader. Fact number 31. Ceausescu's Golden Era. Romania's Nicolae Ceausescu's rule was called the Golden Era by state propaganda, despite widespread poverty, hardship, and severe food shortages. Fact number 32. Vietnam's propaganda billboards. Vietnam still extensively uses massive billboards with vivid socialist imagery and slogans throughout its cities and countryside, promoting Communist Party policies. Fact number 33. The Soviet Palace of Soviets. Stalin planned a massive skyscraper topped with a giant Lenin statue, the Palace of Soviets, intended to symbolize communist victory, though it was never built. Fact number 34. North Korea's compulsory crying. North Koreans who didn't publicly mourn hard enough at Kim Jong Il's funeral in 2011 were reportedly punished for their lack of sincerity. Fact number 35. Stalin's doctor's plot. Stalin fabricated propaganda accusing doctors, primarily Jewish, of plotting to assassinate Soviet leaders, sparking widespread paranoia and anti-Semitism. Fact number 36. Cuba's socialist ice cream brand. Fidel Castro personally established the Cuban ice cream brand Copelia as proof of socialist success, though ordinary citizens could rarely afford it. Fact number 37. Poland's socialist realist posters. Poland's communist government used vivid socialist realist artwork, depicting idealized factory workers and farmers, promoting state-controlled productivity. Fact number 38. Vietnam's war propaganda speakers. During the Vietnam War, propaganda loudspeakers blasted anti-American messages directly at enemy troops, aiming to demoralize soldiers with psychological warfare. Fact number 39. Soviet shock workers. The USSR celebrated shock workers, laborers who supposedly exceeded production quotas. These workers received medals, public praise, and propaganda fame, despite widespread exaggeration. Fact number 40. East Germany's success TV shows. East German television produced shows depicting fictional abundance and happiness, even as citizens endured shortages, censorship, and oppression. Fact number 41. The Potemkin villages of the USSR. The Soviets famously created fake Potemkin villages, fake settlements constructed purely to impress foreign visitors, showing off prosperity that didn't actually exist. Fact number 42. East Germany's secret magazine of happiness. East Germany published a propaganda magazine called Guter Rat, Good Advice, full of unrealistic household tips and cheerful narratives designed to hide the daily struggles of its citizens. Fact number 43. The Maoist steel production craze. During Mao's Great Leap Forward, peasants melted their own farming tools in backyard furnaces to produce useless steel, falsely portrayed as a glorious achievement of socialism. Fact number 44. Cuban propaganda cartoons. The Cuban government created animated cartoons featuring Fidel Castro as a heroic character fighting American imperialism, often airing during primetime TV. Fact number 45. North Korean mandatory books. Every North Korean citizen is required to own and regularly study the official biography of Kim Il-sung, the eternal leader, ensuring constant ideological reinforcement. Fact number 46. Romania's systematization of villages. Ceausescu's propaganda justified bulldozing entire historic villages as modernization, replacing traditional communities with drab concrete apartments to showcase socialist progress. Fact number 47. Mao's Sparrows campaign. Chairman Mao launched a nationwide propaganda campaign encouraging citizens to eradicate sparrows, mistakenly believing it would boost agriculture, resulting instead in ecological disaster and famine. Fact number 48. Soviet Happy Collective Farms posters. USSR posters often showed smiling, prosperous collective farm workers amidst abundant harvests, starkly contrasting with the famine and forced labor actually faced by rural communities. Fact number 49. Vietnam's Reunification Express. Vietnam launched the Reunification Express Railway after the war, heavily promoting it as a symbol of victory and national unity, despite poor infrastructure and frequent delays. Fact number 50. North Korea's loyalty songs. North Korean citizens must learn hundreds of loyalty songs, praising Kim Jong Un and his family, often performed collectively in daily rituals and public ceremonies.